The latest chapter, chapter 1036. A chapter with the impossible becoming possible. Zoro defeating King. In One Piece, when a fight happens, there is always another Straw Hat either also fighting someone strong, or they're doing an objective or doing something to help the crew. So, after Zoro defeats King in literally the first three panels, we go to Big Mom. And from there to Momo, then the Fire Spirit, then to Yamato. Almost at the cell. Almost at the place where all the bombs are, right? And this is a plot point now, because Yamato, that was the only bodyguard left. And Fuga literally, like, you know, say hi, said, hike. And he, like, full on tackled Fuga. So the reason Yamato left Momo by himself, that plot point is happening, I think, next chapter. Because, you know, she's home free now. That was the only bodyguard left. Now, get into the good part. Usopp. First thing we see, Usopp crying his eyes out. Crying his eyes out. Ah, boy. What it takes to be an Usopp fan. Takes a lot, boys. Usopp now surrounded by the enemies. He says, "This is it. I'm a goner." He realizes he has no way of fighting and having these guys stay down. During Usopp's skull grass bomb attack, the enemy screamed, "Gah!" But they also screamed, "Don't let up. They are with the main enemy." You get what I'm saying. His attacks are too weak. Usopp's attacks are just way too weak. And we're at Yonko level now. Usopp can't even deal with Yonko crew members' fodder. You know? I think I said that right. Yeah. He can't even take down Yonko crew members' fodder. You know, just the fodder members of the crew. This is like a pirate fighting Law, right? Not the panda, those other fodder guys that all look the same, right? Have the same outfit and shit. That's like not being able to defeat them. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. That you can't defeat Yonko crew member fodder. That's a huge problem. Now we go to the samurai. And in classic Usopp fashion, he doesn't understand the samurai's mentality to just die with honor. Because Usopp has about 4 or 5 skills with an ultimate, right? Or we'll say the skull grass bomb is the ultimate. Or, you know, whatever his strongest, you know, maybe that fire attack, that's like how he, when he was saving, Robin and he shot the Phoenix, the Fire Phoenix. That's probably his ultimate, right? But Usopp has like 4 to 5 abilities, and his third ability is run. Oh, wait, I'm looking at this now. There's a note. Call it dashing. Sign soaking. It's called dashing. Oh, okay. Sorry, soaking. Okay. So his third ability, dash. His third ability is called dash. And he uses it quite often. So he really just doesn't understand the samurai's mentality to just die where they are, and basically they've done enough, and they're ready to lay down there and just die. Some fodder is just gonna Kaido stab him. Imagine that. Some fodder just comes along and they're like, I'm gonna be a rich man. I'm gonna be a rich man. Kiku. Wait, she got a hot. That a man. Okay. Then, Usopp makes an incredible speech. Incredible speech. Usopp's incredible speech, Naruto speech, puts embers of ash to light in Kiku and Kinemon. But alas, Usopp shouts, I can't hold them off! This latest chapter confirming my relationship hate with Usopp, the most human among the monsters. Here comes Izo, a gunslinger. Even when the scabbards use Odin's two-sword style, right? He still was using his gun. And it went through his scales. I'm at this point, I'm pretty confident in knowing that it went through the scales. Odin's two-sword style, it uses haki. It looks like it uses their will along with their haki. It's like you will the swords, the dual swords, and you put this haki on, right? So it's very obvious that Izo has this haki as well, and it's just very obvious he has the haki and has used it to injure Kaido. Maybe not in a grand way, maybe it, shit, you know what I'm saying? But maybe it didn't matter at all, but still was able to puncture the scales. Okay? Izo sprays the field, airing out the crowd of ops around Usopp. Gang, gang. Usopp's response to the overwhelming thuggerish nature of Izo, in quotes, "Whoa!" he said. "I don't know who you are, but thanks for saving me." Now, this is a reaction to Izo literally just fucking, he went like, Beyblade, let it rip, spin off and spin the metal, no time for down, yeah. So Usopp is saved by Izo. Usopp is saved by Izo here. And Izo says, if you two truly believe in Straw Hat, Luffy, you have to live on. Now, this was more directed at the two scabbards, Kinemon and Kiku, that just wanted to die and was just like, She, we stabbed that nigga. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We can go back home, bruh. We stabbed that, bruh. We stabbed that boy. You know what I'm saying? We can go home now. This must have also affected Usopp, and it is confirmed in the next panel, where Usopp is shocked. Such a thug. Izo, such a thug. And Usopp is so flabbergasted. And Izo knows of Usopp. Izo knows of Usopp, right? So this is even more of a parallel. It's like Izo is Zoro, and Usopp is leaving, you know, the fodder to Zoro, or leaving the enemies to Zoro while he, you know, you know what I'm saying? Dash. So this is the last part. After that exchange, it is clear of two things. Usopp needs a stronger weapon. He's not able to fully put down fodder Yonko crew members. He's not able to put them down. They get attacked, and they're like, oh shit, this kind of sting, bro. But then, they're also like, wait, I'm not dead, I'm not passed out, I'm not any of those things. I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, you know, these are the main enemy. These are the Straw Hats and the Red Scabbards. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't let up. Don't let up. And Usopp is not able to put those guys down. So, one, he needs a stronger weapon. It is also clear now that Izo was never proficient with the sword. This is the other parallel. Okay, we're paralleling Izo and Usopp's strength. Strength. You know, like strength, right? So it's very obvious that Izo was never good with the sword. You know? He must have always excelled at aiming or another skill that, you know, guns are proficient at. That's why he uses only dual-wielding pistols, particularly flint stock pistols. Usopp isn't worthy to step foot in Elbath at this point. He's just not worthy. How is he going to go to Elbath? One, not killing a single pirate. Two, not even defeating a strong pirate, right? He needs to defeat a strong pirate. That needs to happen before he goes to Elbath. That needs to happen. So what I think is going to happen is Usopp is going to get a gun or something very kiddish, similar version of a gun. You know, it's going to resemble a gun in some ways, but, you know, Usopp's very good at creating stuff, right? He made that pole that just all of a sudden fucking eggs come out and they create clouds and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? He can make some rad stuff, right? He can really make some rad stuff. So Usopp is either going to make his next weapon, his next firearm, or he's going to be just overly convinced that, and maybe Izo helps him, you know, offers, you know, some kind of training or something like that, right? But we'll get back to that. Let me finish this. Okay, another thing, yes. Nami now has a piece of Big Mom's soul. I don't know where I read this, but Oda said that Usopp will probably stay as the weakest Straw Hat member. Now, with Nami getting a piece of Big Mom's soul here, like, that's just looking more and more plausible that Usopp will never outpace Nami. Never. Now that Nami has Big Mom's soul, right? The gap between Usopp and Nami has enlarged. It was already large. It was already okay. So when Nami and Usopp were running away from that dinosaur girl, right? And Nami literally shocked her with like electricity, and she went. Now, when Usopp attacked the dino girl, he did. I wouldn't even say damage. I'd say he slowed her down. He slowed her down for a second. You know what I'm saying? I mean, same with Nami, but it was way longer. Way longer. Yeah, so it's become imperative that Usopp levels up as a pirate, and Izo has, instead of what others have said about this, signaling death flags, okay? So Izo has been, so some of the community is saying that Izo is showing death flags from this panel, from these panels with Usopp and the Scabbards. I think the opposite. I think this shows that Izo will be in the story longer, will be a part of the story longer, and it's going to be Izo is going to be we're going to be given more information about Izo, and he's just going to help the Straw Hats in some way after the war. So, Usopp getting a gun. It is the only way that Usopp can stay on the crew. Okay, I'm done.